Welcome back, students. Today we are going to discuss the 13th chapter from our 8th standard syllabus, that is sound. This is the rubber band, right? You might be able to hear some sound when I had stretched this. Besides that, in India we are having a great heritage of classical music. So many Western and folk instruments are also there. You are observing while these instruments are playing. So very first concept we are understanding from all these observations that how sound is produced. As you have seen just now, this is another scientific instruments which are known as tuning fork, and this is the rubber pad with which we are supposed to struck it. I am having very strong vibrations in my hand as well as I can hear also. This is little bit thinner than that, so you may see the vibration of this. The concept which we are learning from this, that sound is produced by vibrating object. We are keeping our mobile phones in vibrating mode. Did you see that what happens in that? It moves from its center position to both the sides, and that gives us the definition of vibration, that rapid, that means very fast, to and fro or back and forth motion. So sound is produced because of these vibrations. How it travels or it propagates, that is the second topic of our chapter. Propagation, that means to move, to pass, to travel. So it is mentioned that sound can travel through solid, liquid and gas. We are having three types of medium. This is solid medium, as sound is traveling from this. Besides that, we are having the liquids. One activity is given in our textbook. You can perform that at home very easily. Take a small bell which we are having at home. Fill a bucket with water, ring that bell outside and dip that bell in the bucket of water. Ring it over there. Keep your one ear safely on the surface of the water. You will be able to hear the sound. Even someone is knocking. So door is a solid, but we can hear that inside. That means sound is traveling through solids also. And just now I am speaking, that is the sound is traveling through air. But one term you need to understand, that is vacuum. What is a vacuum? Where there is no solid, no liquid and no air or gaseous substance or the matter. For that, one more activity is given. Take a tumbler or a glass, any ringing object, that bell or cell phone, keep it in the glass, hold your hand on its brim and through vacuum suck all the air, which you can do with your mouth also, from very narrow portion. Just tell your friend to give a ring in your mobile phone. When air will be inside the glass, you can hear it. But as we are sucking the air, gradually the sound is getting faint. And when we suck all the air, that means when there is vacuum inside the glass, we are not able to hear the sound at all. So it concludes that sound needs material medium, that is solid, liquid and gas, to travel. After that, in our textbook, two important concepts are given, that how sound is produced and how can we hear the sound. That explains us the mechanism. And as we have discussed just now, that in all the musical instruments, say you are having a flute, you are having a tabla, you are having violin, guitar, drum or any other instrument, different parts of these instruments are vibrating. In flute, the air column; in guitar or violin, or we are having one folk instrument, iktara. In that the string is vibrating and sound is produced, just like this rubber band as we are vibrating this. In tabla, drum, a stretched membrane is there, which is vibrating when we are giving force or pressure, and sound is produced. Like that, in our body, voice box, which has vocal cords, when it vibrates, sound is produced. And the human ear, in which we are having the eardrum, which is vibrating, and as a result we can hear the sound. Let us understand the mechanism of voice box as well as human ear in detail. Friends, we are knowing that sound is produced because of vibrations. Vibrations are rapid to and fro motion of the object. So let us understand how the sound is produced in the human beings and how can we hear that sound. For that, first of all, we need to understand the construction, the design of the body parts which is producing the sound and which is receiving the sound. So very first we are having the voice box or the larynx, which is producing sound in the human being. When we are eating something and we are swallow it, then the part of the throat which we feel that it moves, that is our voice box. It is situated at the upper part of the windpipe. Then inside the voice box there are vocal cords which are very thin membrane stretched by the muscles. It leaves very narrow gap which is known as slit, as you can see over here. This narrow gap, slit, has a passage for air. So whenever the lungs is forcing the air, it is passes through this narrow slit and the vocal cords are vibrating. As a result of this vibration of vocal cords, sound is produced. The muscles which are attached with this vocal cord are maybe tight or they are might be relaxed. When the muscles are tight, the vocal cords will be thin, and as a result the sound which will be produced will be very shrill. But whenever these muscles are relaxed, thick, then the sound which is produced is bass or very deep sound. So we conclude that the sound which is produced in human, that is because of the vibrations of the vocal cords. Now, with which organ we can listen it, we can hear it? Of course, with our ears. So let us understand the functioning of human ear. Basically, the human ear is divided into three parts: outer part, middle part, and inner part. The outer part, the funnel type shape which we are seeing over here, is known as pinna. It collects the sound from the surrounding. This sound passes through the canal which is known as ear canal or ear tube. At the end of the ear tube, very thin stretched membrane which is vibrating when the sound falls on them. These vibrations are very minute. This is constructing the outer part. Then in middle part, three bones are situated, that is anvil, hammer and sternum. These three bones are forming a cavity, and as a result the vibrations of the eardrum reaches to this canal, this gap, this cavity is magnified. Then these magnified vibrations are sent to the third part, inner ear, and in the inner ear we are having very delicate part of the human ear which is cochlea. It is a coiled tubule structure which is filled with fluid. Whenever the vibrations are reaching to this cochlea, inside this fluid there are tiny hair-like structures which are getting excited, which get sensitive, and they are converting these vibrations into electrical signals, and that signals are reaches to the brain via thin nerves, and brain is interpreting this sound. Isn't it exciting to know the journey of production and the receiving of the sound? See, so many things are there, so many parts we have to remember, we have to understand. And understand, friends, that all these things are taking place in the fraction of seconds.
आभार।